Hello everybody, Daniel Dummer here once again with another video. If you are watching this in Reels and it gets cut off at that 3-minute mark, the full video will be found on my profile, so feel free and click through to look. This is video 2 in the Name and the Covenant series. The title of today's video is The Division. How and why did they split? So welcome to video 2 in the series, The Name and the Covenant. In our first video, we looked at the root, the man named Israel, the limp he carried, and the covenant promise given to him. Today, we move forward in history to that breaking point when one nation became two. And the story of the split is not just political drama in an ancient court. There's a voice of fire. It is the moment when the house divided, and honestly, that house never came back together. Now, the year was around 931 BC. Solomon's reign had just ended, and his son Rehoboam sat on the throne. The people came asking for lighter burdens, but instead Rehoboam answered with arrogance. And we see his answer recorded in 1 Kings chapter 12 verse 14, where he said, "My father made your yoke heavy. I will add to your yoke." And that was the spark on dry wood. Jeroboam, a former servant of Solomon, rose in rebellion, but this was more than ambition. You see, God had already sent word through the prophet Ahijah, and we see that word in 1 Kings 11, 31 through 33, where he says, "I will tear the kingdom out of Solomon's hand and give you 10 tribes because they have forsaken me and worshipped other gods." That's just a quick glossing over of those verses. But the split, it was not an accident. It was judgment, and it was a wound that was opened by idolatry and sealed by pride. So the two kingdoms, this is what we're looking at right now today. From that day forward, the nation of Israel was divided. There was the northern kingdom, still called Israel. It was made up of 10 tribes under Jeroboam's rule. And then there was the southern kingdom, which in scripture is called Judah, made up of the tribes of Judah, Benjamin, and the faithful Levites who refused to abandon the temple. But in this moment, Jeroboam feared losing the loyalty of his people if they went to Jerusalem to worship. So his answer to that was that he built his own altars. He set up golden calves in Bethel and Dan. He appointed priests who were not Levites. He even created his own feast days. Really, what he did was he created a counterfeit religion to secure a counterfeit kingdom. Now, the result of this was a rapid descent into apostasy, a steady drift from covenant truth. There was a northern kingdom that never had a single righteous king until it vanished. So the split, the charge today, the split between Israel and Judah, was not just a tragedy of leadership. It was a warning. When covenant is forsaken, hear me, when covenant is forsaken, unity will fracture. When truth is replaced with convenience, corruption will follow. And this isn't just Israel's story. It's ours here today. Every believer, every church, every nation that names the name of the Lord faces this same choice. Will we hold fast to the covenant even when it costs us? Or will we bend truth to fit our comfort and watch the cracks form in our own foundation? Now, the split between Israel and Judah warns us that compromise always divides, and divided hearts will always drift from the presence of God. To understand modern Israel, we cannot ignore this division, because the scars of 931 BC still run through prophecy. and through headlines. In our next video, we'll follow the trail of both kingdoms into the scattering, the diaspora, what happened to the two houses. We're going to uncover where the tribes went, what history records, and how prophecy keeps calling them back. So subscribe or follow so you don't miss it, because until we understand the split, we'll never understand the scattering. See you next time.